how do you plan the content now?
For the planning content, generally best XYZ, best XYZ, best XYZ. So for example, best in like
EMD, BMD, Brandable, Age Domain.
yeah,
What to choose?
the funky ones.
How much? That domain I showed you.
Yeah, a few thousand perhaps.
1,000.
1,000 exactly. Yeah, it's only $1,000 domain.
Yeah, you launched 10 domains with the same strategy that we just discussed.
Yeah.
There is nothing different, and I am sure at least two will work.
Yeah, Telegram is like working quite well for a lot of people, and then all the video related stuff works well as well. So TikTok, Reels, and YouTube can be working super well as well.
You can ask people to search your website.
Exactly. Yeah. CTR manipulation.
Yes. Mostly what I have noticed that it will not work in the beginning. You would have to keep launching, and ask Google to change their stuff. You cannot expect it with just one age domain. Boom. Hello guys, welcome to the podcast. Again, today I have someone very special in the SEO community. I have Leo from Astrak Agency. Leo is quite a specialist when it comes to doing content, doing backlinks, doing off-page SEO. And along with all of that, all my folks should know this. He's also an ex-Phoenixio. So all people, I don't need to introduce what Phoenixio is. So in today's podcast, we will be discussing a lot of SEO, a lot of SEO, that if you are starting out, how you can build good brand, not just brand, but actually if you are, even if you are working as an affiliate, what still works in SEO, and how is SEO now evolving into AI machine, and how you can still, catch some money, make some money out of it using black hat, or what do we call it, gray hat techniques using SEO. So again, man, Leo, thank you for joining in. Quick intro about yourself, like who are you and what do you do?
Yeah, so I discovered SEO like 8-9 years ago, something like that. I felt really passionate about that. So I was really into it 100%. I want to move abroad. So somebody get me a job in Malta. And obviously when you start and you move to Malta, generally, exactly. So I ended up in I was really passionate about SEO, so it was a good match, obviously. And so I spent like several years, 3 years over there. Then I moved to Thailand, where I still live, by the way. And I continued to spend some years, like 2-3 more years over there. And after getting kicked out of Phoenixio, I just started my own agency. So now I serve mostly French clients, but I can serve every international type of client. Mostly clean and boring businesses, to be honest. But I still have like one foot in because I love the game of it's a good place to be, I think.
Okay, I see. And like where were you based out of?
Chiang Mai.
No, before like moving to Malta and stuff.
In France. I'm French initially. Yeah.
So like from France to France, from Malta, then to Thailand. Like why did you choose Thailand?
For the quality of life. So initially I came here because the guy that hired me, he was based here. So I was like, he told me like, if you want to come work with me in Thailand, it's a fucking good place to be, so just come. And I was like, okay, man, I will come, because I was bored of Malta. Malta after 3 years is too small, no nature and everything. So I came here in Thailand initially for the work and everything. I could work remote, but life was too good here, so I just stayed here for the quality of life, for sure.
Okay, but when we like start with let's start with SEO only. If we call this podcast an masterclass, the first step that is choosing the keywords and the markets. If anybody with decent SEO experience is starting out SEO, what tips or what markets you recommend, and what angles, because is spread across multiple angles. It is sports, it's games, it's sports book, it's so much stuff. So like what's the easy to do market in 2025, along with that, what angle to work on?
So first, I think the first thing to consider is like there is some regulated and unregulated markets. So that's really something that you want to,
if you can little more brief about what is the difference, because I'm sure this will reach different audiences. So if they want to know what's the difference between regulated and unregulated.
So the main difference is like you have regulated markets where is legal, and you can have like officially a company operating a stuff with a license and everything. So typically, which country is that? Italy is in this situation.
Mostly all European countries.
Mostly all European, except French. So that's like French, the crazy stuff. But mostly all the European countries, they have regulated, so you can have the stuff and everything. And you have like not regulated, where it's illegal to operate. But generally, there is still some people that want to gamble online. So you can have like an online that are unlicensed and illegal, accepting players and everything. So there is a big difference first between let's say, regulated and unregulated markets, which is kind of legal versus illegal markets. So I will not advise people to go on illegal markets, but there is a big money made on illegal markets.
But
as
which
well.
is easier? Like,
Which is kind of easier because generally when you're legal, you have the big company with big money and everything. So if you're a small one and you're not scared of the law and everything, generally the unregulated will be a bit easier indeed. Yeah, you have like more spam, more aggressiveness and everything because the regulation just shut down some sites frequently. So it's mixed the sites and it gives some chance to newcomers as well.
okay, so like top 3 recommendations for easier markets.
For easy markets, so there will be, to be honest, I don't know, but I know the biggest market. What I do generally, I check by GDP,
Yeah.
I check all the country by GDP. So for example, I exclude US really quickly because US is super
Very
complicated.
complicated, yeah.
And really like.
But still,
strange and
if
weird,
you know your things, you can make some spot.
Yeah. Still.
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
there is some game everywhere to be made, But for example, a market that I really like, and I will, if today I need to launch a new website, I will most probably go on Poland. Because I think Poland is really growing as an economy with a lot of stuff and no big players right now in Poland. There is no like super huge websites and everything. I will not go on English markets overall because I think English markets are like over targeted, and I think SEO is overall easier on other type of markets, and all the Asian markets with weird characters. So for example, I worked a lead at Japan, I think it was back in a long time ago and everything, and it was so weird. Everything is weird in terms of marketing, in terms of Google algorithm and everything.
And yeah, I was having a conversation with Charles one day. Charles even said that there is a cultural shift as well in Japan.
I think so. And Japanese people, they're like really kind of obedient and everything. So
Yeah.
I know that we were working in Japan, and the prime minister, the law was like super unclear about gambling in Japan. And the prime minister told, just a reminder to every Japanese people, is illegal and you shouldn't do it, even if the law is not super clear and everything, you shouldn't do it. And as soon as the guy said that, the prime minister said that, there were like huge decrease in volume, huge decrease in staff, and no more people that want to write about that want to work as the Japanese people. So it's the time where we stopped to work on these markets because it was coming, too different, too complicated, illegal and everything.
Okay, so Asia is one, Poland is one, Asian markets, Poland.
Yeah.
What else? Like one more.
But to be honest, all the Russian, I will not do it personally because it's like too much aggressive in terms of spam and everything.
All the USSR market, in fact.
Yeah, exactly. I say US, but Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, all these type of markets, I will not go for it because it's like
very competitive.
That's their own markets, let's not play with that. To be honest, I think European markets overall, they're really good. If you
but aren't they very competitive, like Germany and stuff?
Yeah, it is, but there is some stuff to be made, there is some opportunities. I think perhaps like something like Netherlands are really interesting, money-wise it's super good. Yeah, it's competitive, but money-wise it's good, So if you get like, one deposit and it make you 500 or 1,000 every time, it's a good deal generally to go in this type of markets.
And what about angles like or?
Personally, I did mostly. I can speak from the casino perspective, and I think that's the most lucrative part of the overall stuff.
People usually keep switching the apps and stuff versus in sports betting, people usually get comfortable with one app and does not usually switch quite often.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's a really bad part of this industry, but there is a lot of addiction in. So a lot of people get addicted and then they just like
keep switching for bonus codes, no deposit.
Exactly. So bonuses are like, okay, I will switch to these bonuses, I will switch to these bonuses.
Yeah.
So they try all of them or
less wagering, more wagering. Yeah.
They lose money in every. So because you're making money every time that you put a new player in a new. Generally, it's like the moment where you do switching and everything, it's like where you make your money as an affiliate. So for affiliate at least markets, I just know to be honest, so I can speak from the casino perspective.
Keyword research done. How do you plan the content now?
For the planning content, generally, so there is several way of going through that, and targeting that. You can go for the classic way, which will be you check the affiliate keywords way. If you go for affiliate, for example, which will be best XYZ, best XYZ, best XYZ. So for example, best online, so you put details, or best PayPal, or best, crypto, etc. And on the other side, reviews as really good keywords as well, and really good content production targeted that you can do. Some people will do human written content, some people will do AI content. Personally, I'm a big guy on AI content. I think AI content is good enough and everything. As soon as you have a good SEO, that cross check and that be sure and everything. We just don't spam your own website and everything. So you can build good stuff like
Any
that.
AI tool recommendation or use ChatGPT?
No, ChatGPT. To be honest, I just use ChatGPT and I plug it with something like, I don't know, a Surfer or something like that, just to get the semantic optimization. But the best is that as soon as you get a SEO that is trained well enough, you don't need Surfer and shouldn't use Surfer anymore. It should use like his own brain, you know, to bring real value.
Just use what do we call it? The entities well.
Exactly.
And because again, you know, what I have observed with my testing, if everybody does the same optimization, it's a problem.
It's super hard to know like who should rank first and everything.
How do we do like our approach is usually we list out all the entities that we need to include in the page. We write the most possible natural optimization and then include those entities.
Exactly.
And that is working super great for us. Rather than using any AI tool.
Yeah, exactly. What I think is the best is that the best is when you have like somebody that knows this game, you know, he writes the page perfectly. You don't need to need any tool. You don't use any tool. You just try to bring as much value and to have like to go in depth in content, you know, you go like for 5K or 10K words, you know, type of this page.
And that will automatically add up entities.
At the end, you check if the entities are here and 90% of the time they will be here.
Will be entities,
exactly. So that's the best way of doing. But if you're just starting out, I think like just having a tool that gives you entities is a good idea.
Is a good idea. Yeah, of course. Domain launched, keyword research done, content done. Now comes EMD, PMD, Brandable, age domain. What to choose?
The funky ones. No, that's the funny part. I think it really depends. It really depends on the timeline. So when I was really active on 2 or 3 years ago, I worked mainly on what we call money sites. So that was a clean sites that live for like 5-6 years, even more if needed. And we build backlinks to it. We get like a super big clean stuff. But after, I don't know, 2020, we saw a shift, way more expired domain, way more age domains coming in. So I used to be more on like classic money sites. It was EMD, but we called it money site because at the end, everything is EMD generally. Expired domains tend to have a good momentum. And recently, age domain, but in a spammy way, works crazily well, especially in shady, unregulated markets.
Just replace the homepage and have the...
Exactly. You put back everything. You just put the homepage, 10K words a bit like best online, whatever.
And same anchor text backlinks and boom, 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 rank.
Exactly. You will burn out the domain, you know, you will explode it for sure, but like GSA blast to this
That's the example I showed you in the conference. You know, that's what we are also doing, working very well for us.
It's to be honest, right now it's the best strategy, and the crazy stuff, which even make me, you know, for more if you're missing out, the stuff is like, it's easy, it's not that much money invested, and it works well and brings a lot of money. So it's like the ratio. Before, it used to be like you have to put 100K USD, 200K USD to get into it. Now
imagine the domain. You know the domain cost? How much? That domain I showed you.
Yeah, a few thousand perhaps.
1,000.
1,000, exactly, That's the crazy stuff, you know, and he's banking right now on his $1,000 domain.
So you would say that maybe EMDs or age domains are the way to go?
I think right now, yes. Right now, age domains are really the best way to go, and some EMDs as well working really well. The best is to go for EMD for like, you will see when you get into since like quite a lot of times.
And always like do a SERP analysis, like what SERPs are preferring. Like maybe SERPs, the SERPs are preferring. Some markets are very well with age domain. Some markets are very well with EMDs.
If you have like 10 EMDs in the SERP, perhaps you try to squeeze in a age domain. You know,
it's not gonna...
It depends on the SERP.
Yeah, it depends. But mostly what I have noticed that it will not work in the beginning.
You
would have to keep launching and ask Google to change their stuff. You cannot expect it with just one age domain, boom, you're gonna fit in. You have to do your stuff.
The best is that when you discover some keywords which will be like, so we are speaking about the big keywords, which are the main one that bring the most money, because we don't want to leak the small one that are like, you know, also interesting and that you can get into. But the long tail keyword, if you try to do like this age domain strategy on long tail keywords, or if you try to do EMD strategy on long tail keywords, it will work crazily well. That's a good way to start out and to start to make money out of it.
Anything on the site design or choosing the CMS, do you think it matters?
No, not really. I think that will be dumb for me to say that, but like strangely, Shopify IPs are kind of whitelisted to Google, so Shopify IPs tend to rank really well. So I never tried that, but I would love to try to put a Shopify and to work on the blogs and everything. But most of the time, WordPress homepage.
Yeah,
and
or
that's
maybe
it,
if you can build something with Next.js, React.
Exactly.
That
Next
is
is good
best,
SSR and
yeah.
everything. Yeah, it will work so
Yeah,
well.
because I've seen this trend, though is very debatable topic that
Yeah.
WordPress is bad or WordPress is
Yeah.
good. But I always see if Google has an option of ranking up a website with a fresher or a
Yeah.
newer CMS.
Yeah.
Google always loves that in some way or the other. Maybe
Yeah.
that it is just faster
Yeah.
or more user friendly or some other signals that Google have.
Even EMD, you can just build like a one HTML page,
Yeah.
one pager.
Yeah.
Stuff that you do with AI is perfect.
Yeah. Boom, site launched. How do we go with the link building?
Yeah, link building is the big part.
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
top of that. So if
Obviously, one can get with Linguista, but
Yeah,
if
yeah.
it's not a French thing, how
If
one can do that?
to be honest, there is thousands of ways of doing it, but what people mostly do, you go on like big platform that sell a bunch of backlinks,
Presswiz.
like Presswiz, exactly, and you just like go with the filter which allow you to have like a upper price, but at least you will get accepted, and you just buy a bunch. What I like to do is to check the traffic, yes, but not so much, because traffic, the problem of traffic is that you can manipulate traffic.
We'll come on to it.
Yeah. So what I like to check is the number of top 3 keywords ranked, because top 3 keywords ranked
tells a lot about the site.
Exactly. Especially generally, I go for media, I go for journalist media website, and if there's a lot of top 3 keywords ranked, it's a really good signals, because it means that the
High
site's ranking
crawlable
everywhere.
site, and the site is doing good.
And
has good reputation.
Exactly, it's ranking like it have a high level of ranking in terms of top 3 and everything. So it's something that is really well. One of my friends as well have a ratio between traffic and top 3 keywords. That's a good indicator if every page that you put on the sites tend to bring traffic or to bring keywords and everything.
It's a good page rank signal.
Exactly.
And what about like all the other possible ways of building links to a site?
Yeah, so you can do like all the basic stuff like ninja linking, like going to forum and everything. You can do all the directories and everything, but at some point you will need to buy guest post, I feel, because guest post will be the only one accepting it. At some point, like you will run short of possibilities really quickly. That's the main problem of building backlinks. But what I do generally is 99% blog post. You can do PBN as well, which is popular in because
but it's good, it's scalable.
That's my main problem with PBN. I don't like it because the only penalty that I get on was because of a PBN. So I try to be careful with PBN, because to maintain them high quality on the long term with traffic and everything, it's a mess. It's super hard. So,
but if you are like me, like rank and bank, so it's always good. Like we hold a big PBN. So I can say that for the fact it can be pretty good.
No, I think if you change website frequently, type of stuff like that, having control on your own network is really a good option. If you just have one website, having a whole PBN is like kind of over stuff, overgoing.
And what about like the things that you mentioned in today's mastermind, that was CTR and viral boosting? How important are these in markets? Is it something that is deal breaker, or this can be avoided or not done but still get good rankings?
I think you can get okay rankings without viral boost and CTR manipulation type of stuff like that. But for the last, 2 years, viral boost, I know all the people like getting the best results, they are viral boosting, all of them is doing viral boost. And
how do one do viral boosting? Like,
viral boost, the best is like, so the concept of viral boost is just, if you have a lot of session going into one URL on Chrome browser, Google will think this URL is going viral, so it will push it up in rankings. So what happens is that generally you want to provoke as much as possible Chrome session in one URL. To do that, you use like, what do you call that? Ads network. So ads network like pop ads or podcast or roller ads. And you will just have, you put your URL, you buy the cheapest traffic, you send as much as possible. And that's stuff that gives you signals, It's something that is decreasing recently, but something that works super well, works crazy well if you do Parasite SEO, for example, especially because you will not be
But are you sure these guys are coming from Google Chrome?
Yeah, because you can define ads network that you want only Google Chrome session. And I target IP as well. So I do like only French Google Chrome browser, for example, or only UK or Germany Google Chrome browser. And you get like a really filtered type of stuff that will be only that, And after I get like 3K of them every day on the page, and you get a big boost in rankings.
Okay. And does the geo matters? Like, where are you getting these viral traffic from?
So yes and no. For me, I think yes. I think that if you get geo good targeted traffic, it give a better signals. Some of my friends, they don't do geo targeted because they can send like 10 times the volume with half of the price. So they just send massive volume and it still works a little bit, because it's a bit like we don't have a proper research and development process and everything. We just do shit and see what works. So typically this type of stuff, I can't tell you how much it matters, but I think me personally, considering it's super cheap, I go for geo-targeted and it's easier. And if I put to my website, I don't put adult website as well, because else you have like adult refer and weird stuff. You have to do blank refer as well, which is important. So a lot of small details. If you need some help, but that's ping me and I will help you for sure.
Okay, I'll definitely ping you for all these stuff, because we again do a lot of Parasite SEO as well.
Parasite SEO is crazy. It works super well with traffic.
So like that's it. Like then with all these things, you have a website now. And the only thing now you want to do is test.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe your first domain will not work. Maybe the second does not work. But I am pretty sure that how it works for us. You launch 10 domains with the same strategy that we just discussed. There is nothing different, and I am sure at least 2 will work.
Test 10 domains with 10 different strategies. Anyway, you just have to
even if you do same, just saying, even if you do same, something will
there is so much
happen.
randomness in the algorithm. For sure. And the thing is that the best SEO that I know, they don't know what works or not.
Exactly.
They just do everything at once at scale.
Whatever works SEO.
Exactly. So you do like GSA, you do viral boost, you do H domain, you put everything on the same domain, you try, you switch, etc. And you just check what works or not, and at the end you just get results. That's all.
Okay. So that is about like getting traffic maybe in with a website. What are the other ways affiliates can get traffic other than having your own website?
The easiest one is Parasite. So typically, what is Parasite SEO? You go to big media. Generally, the easiest one is the one that are already selling backlinks, because if they're already dealing with SEO,
Globe Newswire, Access Newswire.
You know them all. You Parasite them already. Typically
and pretty cheap.
You go to check that, and you publish big piece of content. So like 5K was about whatever you want to rank on. Then you just like push this URL specifically in the same way that you will push your website. So you spam it a little bit, backlinks, GSA, viral boost, and then you skyrocket in rankings. And the good part is like you are not really scared of burning out this domain because it's not yours.
Your domain,
So you just paid for, 300, 500 bucks, 1,000 euros, something like that to get into it. And generally what happens is that you put affiliate links on your listicle at the top of that. People will click on it.
Direct conversions and boom, works.
Yeah, exactly. Conversion is still lower in Parasite.
Fully agree. But still, it's the least risk and most rewarding, I believe. And the results are quick. So you can always like think and replicate what works.
It's like Parasite, you can, do something that works, that brings you money in less than 3 days. Which is like quite complex, if you have your own domains and everything on new domains.
And what about like other than Parasite, having your own website, do you think any social media platform can convert into good traffic?
The thing is that you need to push that to an audience, some people that are searching for that or that are interested into that. So I think on Twitter there is a lot of stuff that can be done, but to be honest, I never saw something really working. Generally, it's more like community management and everything. Telegram is like working quite well for a lot of people, and then all the video related stuff works well as well. So TikTok, Reels, and YouTube can be working super well as well.
How about Reddit? Have you tried Reddit?
Reddit, the thing is that Reddit moderators, they are crazy. They're like moderating like crazy. So I think there is some possibilities, but right now it's too much a mess to bypass the Reddit moderators, so I didn't manage to. But I think that right now in the US, if you search for Barcelona Casino, there will be a Reddit thread with like perhaps 100 comments deleted,
Deleted.
Everybody's on that, everybody's trying to get into them, and they know that. So they search a lot and they delete everything and everything. So overall Reddit is like super interesting and I think really trendy, but the moderators are like not as good as Wikipedia. Will not make you big.
But they will not let you go big.
Yeah, exactly. Same levels than Wikipedia moderators.
But Wikipedia is still doable because again it's so big. But Reddit, it's big, but they have enough resources.
And there is some places to squeeze in when on Reddit. You know, there is some opportunities. So today the Parasite guy was telling like, okay, you passed one day, you have but second day, you have the third day.
There are warming phases and stuff, and maybe you just don't put up a link directly. You maybe put up after some time.
I see a good strategy of putting a Google Doc.
Yeah.
So which is interesting because Google Doc you can just edit it later.
Yeah.
And it's like it was a Google sheet with affiliate links. It was for VPN, so it was like best VPN whatever. The guy was like, oh, I put this like master list of 50 VPN.
I keep updating stuff.
Exactly. And you update it with affiliate links, strangely, you know.
Or maybe, you can just like what I have done in some e-commerce markets on Quora, not exactly on Reddit. You can ask people to search your website.
Exactly. CTR manipulation.
Not CTR manipulation, but actually making them land on your stuff more easily and not getting banned with a link or getting in eyes with the moderator.
Like I managed to Reddit, they do that a lot.
Yeah, my site is ABC and your keyword, and you can just search and boom.
And even sometimes it's like a second layer, which is like I will tell you my story, and they tell a big story and everything, and they're like, if you want to know more, you can DM me directly in bio or something like that. On check out my profile. And when you go on the profile, it's like founder at whatever websites, you know. So it's just like a good way to, not be
bypass,
directed. Exactly.
So yeah, that's it, guys. That's it for our podcast. It was a full masterclass in very short, like I guess in less than 30 minutes. You have an episode wherein now if you don't already, that how to be a good affiliate, how to make money with Parasite, with building your own website using edge domains. And I already have covered so much so on SEO on my channel already. You can view them by clicking here. So that's it for the podcast. Thank you, Leo, for coming over on such a short note. Great information.
Thank you.
Guys, if you want to know anything about whatever we discussed, I will mention Leo's LinkedIn and obviously maybe some other social media. And you can go and directly ping him, and obviously do say that you watched the podcast so that he knows you are a great audience.
Exactly.
And until then, thank you for watching. See you guys in the next one. Till then, take care and bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.